What's going on, guys? Today I'm bringing you some early Madden 18 gameplay against Cookie Boy. A big shout out to EA Sports for flying me all the way down to Orlando, putting me up in a hotel and saying, look, just capture as much Madden gameplay as you want. So you know, I have like a crazy amount of Madden 18 videos for you guys. Today we're starting off with Draft Champions. I'm going to show you guys the full draft. We're also going to jump right into the gameplay after that against Cookie Boy. But if you guys want to see more of this, make sure you guys subscribe, crush that like button. Let's go for 1,000 likes on today's video. I know you guys can crush that, and believe me, I have plenty more Madden 18 content coming to you guys later today and on to the next few weeks, so keep it tuned in. Now, what you might notice in Draft Champions off the start is that there are actually 20 rounds now, not the 15 or whatever we had previously. And what you're going to see is you're seeing a little bit more variation. Now here, I get a couple different options. I got Eli Manning, Carson Palmer, and Tyrod Taylor. I'm going to settle in on Tyrod Taylor because honestly, I like mobile quarterbacks. Tyrod's got a pretty strong arm, and I wanted to show you guys what a lower rated MUT quarterback could actually do in Draft Champions. Now we do get a left guard and Richie Incognito. Moving on to round number 5, we've got Coleman, we've got Bryce McCain, and we have Hunter Henry. Henry's actually a pretty good tight end. I've used him before in Madden 18, but I want a cornerback at least at an 80 overall. We can get a tight end probably at a higher overall later on in this draft, so we go with Bryce McCain there in round number 5. In round 6, we have Devontae Parker, Jared Cook, and Michael Crabtree. All pretty good options if you ask me, but honestly, I think Devontae Parker is going to be the move here. I like his stats the most. I like a guy that has a little bit more speed at the wide receiver position, and he'll probably play in the slot for me. I doubt he'll be my top receiver in this draft. Now, in round number 7, we got David DeCastro. I'm a Steelers fan, so I got to have at least one Steeler on my team. But look at this. In round 8, we get a Legends round. So Chris Carter, Anthony Munoz, and Warren Moon. Now, I already have a quarterback, so I'm not going to pick Warren Moon. I want to try out Chris Carter. Haven't yet used him, so I'm pairing Chris Carter with Julio Jones. I don't know who Cookie Boy is going to draft, but he better have 2 shutdown corners because I have 2 of the best receivers in the entire game. Now here we go with Martellus Bennett in round number 9. Moving on to round 10, Mike Evans is a beast, but Odell Beckham Jr. is also there. And I mean, don't sleep on Jarvis Landry. He's also really good in this game. But Odell Beckham Jr., I have got to get him. Look at the receivers I have right now. Chris Carter, Devontae Parker, Julio Jones, and Odell Beckham Jr. That is a crazy 4 wide receiver set to throw out at anybody. Cookie Boy better hope he has all the cornerbacks in his draft because he might be in trouble at this point. Now for a middle linebacker, we've got Lawrence Timmons there. Moving into round number 12, we're getting into the later rounds, moving past the halfway point. I have Gerald McCoy and Telvin Smith are the only guys I'm really considering, but to me, Telvin Smith makes the most sense here, so we get him at our right outside linebacker. In round 13, we have Christian Kirksey, Charles Johnson, and then Marcus Golden. Now, I already have a middle linebacker. I kind of went Christian Kirksey, but I think Charles Johnson makes the most sense. So I'm looking at Kirksey again here. 80 speed is hard to pass up on. Golden's okay, but Charles Johnson's going to be the move here. We get a guy on our defensive line because we're going to need to get some pressure on Cookie Boy. Now here in round number 14, we see Isaiah Crowell, Marquise Lee, and Jack Doyle. Not super excited about getting an all-gold round here, but you know what? I don't have a running back. Isaiah Crowell will be okay for me. If I don't get anyone else, he'll at least be a serviceable running back. Now with Desmond Trufant here in round 15, he's the guy. There's no question in my mind. I went and checked the other guys' ratings, but Trufant was definitely my go-to guy from the start. In round number 16, we have a couple of offensive linemen here, and then Chris Jones at the right end spot. And we already drafted a defensive lineman, so I go with David Bakhtiari here. In round 17, down to the final few rounds now, we see Alex Mack, Jarrell Freeman, and then we have Brandon Brooks as the right guard. Now, in terms of the right guard spot, I already have a right guard, so Brandon Brooks is completely out of the question for me. We have DeCastro there, and now we move Alex Mack to center. I pretty much got an offensive lineman that's an elite in every position except for my right tackle. Now, round 18, Des Bryant was, tempting me, but I already have 4 wide receivers. You know what? If I get Gronk, I get a 2 wide receiver set, so he made the most sense there. And then in round number 19, we have Sheldon Richardson is the only elite, and honestly, Eric Rowe, I don't really want him at this point, so Richardson makes the most sense. I have 3 good linebackers, and in the final round, I get blessed with 3 running backs. Devonta Freeman, 87 overall, is the highest rated running back, and my personal favorite out of those 3. So we choose him, and we're going to have an 82 overall team jumping into the game. So a quick look at my lineup again really quick. Chris Carter on the left, Julio Jones on the right, Tyrod Taylor at quarterback, and Devonta Freeman at running back. On defense, we have Tyrann Mathieu, Telvin Smith. We have Mr. King there at strong safety, which isn't a very good spot. But Bryce McCain and Desmond Trufant are my top 2 corners with 1 defensive lineman. It's an interesting team, but I've got guys at the linebacker positions in the secondary, and that's how I want to build my teams every single time. So without any further ado, let's jump into the game. Now, a big reminder, I'm going to have the game on my channel. Cookie Boy is also going to have the game on his channel, so if you want to see, more gameplay against me and Cookie Boy, make sure you guys check out his channel, which is down below in the description. I'm having a good first drive. Tyrod Taylor's out here slinging the rock. Nothing too crazy. The intermediate routes are looking good. We go across the middle again, and Julio Jones with a nice catch. So here, just outside of the red zone, we go to a halfback screen. It's not open. We throw it deep instead, and we fooled him. I'm telling you guys, don't sleep on the halfback screens this year. If somebody's covering it, you might have a guy open a little bit deeper. Most people don't ever look deep, but that one paid off huge for me. Now look at Alex Smith. He's Alex Smith at the quarterback position. He's not exactly like slow, but he is an older quarterback. Now pressure is in his face. He throws a dot out here to his receiver. He hauls that one in. I believe it's Demarius Thomas in on that catch. Now, a good little play action bootleg here. He throws one to the right end. Yeah, that's Alex Smith for you. Not the most accurate quarterback. So keep that in mind. A lot of these quarterbacks have different ratings than you're used to seeing in MUT. A lot of the ratings have a much larger spot. But look at the fumble. A great forced fumble there. Telvin Smith picks it up. I run out of bounds. But just keep in mind that the quarterbacks aren't always going to be the most accurate out there, especially with these low-rated guys. Now, Tyrod Taylor, as I say, not accurate, just out here throwing dimes. The short intermediate routes are money for him. Now, Taylor throws one deep. He's got a guy open. But a great interception, I believe, there by Reggie Nelson. He's thinking about running it out, but Cookie Boy ultimately decides not to bring it out. We tackle him in there. It's going to be a touchback. And Reggie Nelson gets the first pick of the game for Cookie Boy. Second and 14, Cookie's going to throw one to the left-hand side. We've got Lewis chasing him down. Can we actually catch up to this guy? We can. We force him out of bounds, but not until he gets to the 50-yard line. On second and 3, they go out to the flats. Marshall Faulk is his running back, so I'm a little nervous. And Marshall Faulk doing what Marshall Faulk does best, catching the ball, turning up the field, and getting into the end zone. Legend Marshall Faulk is a problem, people. I'm telling you, he's a 91 overall. One thing I did notice is that he fumbled a decent amount, so watch out for that. I have no idea how I didn't fumble there. We have Devonta Freeman get flipping upside down. Now Tyrod Taylor back again. He's throwing one deep. We got a guy solo coverage. We go up, and Chris Carter can't quite handle it. Again, if you guys are trying to abuse kind of the aggressive catch, there is an easy way to combat that with a swap mechanic, and Cookie Boy did a great job of stopping it there. But yo, look at Odell Beckham Jr. A beautiful play out to the right-hand side and the rollout. Reggie Nelson can't catch that one or intercept it, and Odell Beckham Jr. gets our second touchdown of the day. Now moving into the second half, Cookie Boy did end up getting a field goal, so he's only down 4 points with about 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Now he's back again with Alex Smith. Great pocket protection here. He throws one deep. He's got a guy, but Desmond Trufant goes up and says, "Give me that one." We get an interception there. A beautiful play. We got an interception now. We got a forced and recovered fumble. Let's get this offense going. Now, Devonta Freeman has had a couple of good carries, but I've been struggling with the running game so far with him. And I get a nice little pass here to Chris Carter. And look at Chris Carter. Got a guy in front of him. Can he move him? He drops him. Chris Carter is running. He's going to hit the 30. He's going to hit the 20. He's going to hit the 10. And Chris Carter is into the end zone with 2 minutes left in the third. We get another touchdown, and we're now sitting pretty with a 2-score lead. This is what I'm talking about. Now Alex Smith throws one deep to the right, and Trufant nearly intercepts it. A great pass breakup though on defense. With third and short, Cookie Boy opts to pass it, pulling a Seattle Seahawks here. He throws it, and it actually works for him. Double spin moves there. What a play by Marshall Faulk. Again, getting down to the 50-yard line. Now Alex Smith with the ball at the 40, drops back, throws it, and we get an interception, this time with Bryce McCain. We jumped around, and then we trucked the defender, completely destroying him. We don't do anything on offense, and Cookie Boy gets the ball back. So he rolls out to his left all the time in the world, throws a pass across the middle. We can't get it with Tyrann Mathieu. We end up getting the tackle, but it's an ill-advised play on my part. I should have just went for the safe hit. But yo, this ball goes off his player's helmet. I had no idea I intercepted it. Tyrann Mathieu gets it again. Look at the slow motion replay here. Right off of my player's helmet, hits his player's helmet, bobbles up in the air, and then Tyrann Mathieu gets an easy interception. Should have been a pick six in my opinion, but I kind of messed up there. And we run to the right-hand side again, and Devonta Freeman, probably not the best running lane that I could have chosen. On second and 12, Tyrod Taylor back in shotgun. He goes to throw, and he gets hit on this one. Would have been an interception, I think, if I threw it to the flats. So we go to a halfback screen here. Great blocking so far. We pull off a move a little too early. Instead, we're going to get slammed to the ground. So with 2 minutes left, Cookie Boy has the ball back. He's got 2 of his timeouts left. He has all the time in the world to put together a drive and maybe come down here and make it just a single-score game. So the 2-minute warning is almost approaching. Alex Smith again moves out to the left-hand side, steps in the pocket, throws a beautiful pass to his tight end. That might be one of the best passes I think I've seen so far in Madden 18. A nice completion to Hunter Henry. Now first and 10 again for Cookie Boy. He's dropping back all the time on the road again. He scrambles to the right-hand side. He's got a guy across the middle. He throws it, but I'm right there, and look at this. A beautiful interception. Telvin Smith, that is why we drafted you. A huge play, the user interception, and now we've got the ball deep in our own territory. So Devonta Freeman getting one of his better runs of the afternoon. Gets dropped to the 12. Moving on to the 14 on 3rd and inches. We throw it across. Julio Jones is trying to split the safeties. He can't do it quite there. Gets to the 39. So 2nd and 8, we're trying to score one more time. We go to the halfback screen. It's worked for the most part, and I have great blocking, but I can't really do much there. So 30 seconds left, down to 15 seconds. Tyrod Taylor all the time on the road. He pressed him, and look at this. This is why you can't press Chris Carter or Julio Jones. If you don't get incredible cornerbacks, and I have elite guys at wide receiver, it might be a problem for defenders out there. So a great game against Cookie Boy. Thanks again for playing me, bro. Make sure you guys check out his channel down below in the description. You can quickly look at the statistics. Tyrod Taylor balled out today. We did have 2 interceptions, but for the most part, 4 touchdowns. Devonta Freeman had a modest game. But as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys subscribe. I have plenty of Madden 18 coming. Check the playlist on the screen. Don't forget to hit the like button in the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.